and they have art. Like, come on, buy the cards. It's Sir Knight Grinning Frog.
Ribbit.
I got dice too. And let's actually talk about the story of Sinners.
Huh?
Okay. Scratch all that shit.
Maybe.
Welcome back to Unboxandconquer. We have, yet again, probably the most shown company on this channel, the Grinning Frog.
Ribbit.
This is Sinners. It was the first campaign they put on to GameFound. Usually they use Kickstarter. Everything else I've shown has been from Kickstarters. And it is with a dark sense of humor. This solo play card game sees you battle evil priests, mercenaries, common thugs, and crazed cultists. And of course, the legendary Countable Bob. So they didn't offer a massive amount of extras with this campaign, probably because it was their first on GameFound, and they wanted to test the waters. So they didn't go overboard with all the accessories because they're entering a new group of people. Like on Kickstarter, everyone's got followers. They usually do extremely well on Kickstarter. Compared to Kickstarter and the GameFound pages, in my opinion, they did succeed rather well. Obviously, it's sitting in front of me, but their Kickstarter campaigns are twice as successful. So hopefully, as they build a following on GameFound, they will start to see the same results. So this is their first foray on GameFound. It's Sinners. It's a card game. I do like the colors on this box. This is awesome. I like the print. This is very good. Now, I got the all-in bundle, as always. You do not need the cards. If you have... Hang on a second. I gotta poke fun at myself real fast. Okay, I'm back, and let's make fun of me. So, you don't need the cards, but as you can tell, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I get the cards. So, we have Mythos Rising. We have Final Quest. We have Xeno's Genesis, which is amazing, by the way. And now we have Sinners. So these are the bespoke decks that the Grinning Frog tends to offer with their card games. They are not needed to play the game, you can just get the book. But I feel, in my humble, tiny opinion, they enhance the game so much more when you can just flip the card and play. And I will be showing you soon what's in Sinners after I get rid of these guys, because they've already had their videos. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. And let's actually talk about the story of Sinners.
Huh?
Okay. Scratch all that shit, Trevor.
Maybe.
So let's talk about the story of Sinners before I go into components and showing you pictures and all of that. So, condemned to multiple life sentences for crimes you very much did commit, society sees you as an unrepentant sinner, which would be correct. Then, the authorities offer to reduce your prison time to a single life sentence. All you have to do is fight through multiple levels of your prison to slay the corrupting forces of darkness that have taken over. With an offer like that, how could you refuse? After all, this means you get to officially slaughter anyone who stands in your way. Sounds like a good time to you. So that is the base story premise of Sinners. Now, this was the all-in pledge. There's also digital versions of the all-in pledge, which is something I'm not going to show you because I don't want to figure out how to show you a PDF. Anyway, there's a PDF. Grinning Frog offers the print versions and PDF versions. Obviously, the print versions, you're going to get more physical stuff. So, I got the full bundle, which includes print, cards, and a PDF. Oh, I forgot. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There we are. I got dice too. Oh, I can't believe I almost forgot. So they had an add-on for dice. Just because. But these are little white skull dice. And I didn't have little white skull dice. So this is just a regular marbleized D8, black and white. No big deal. Skull dice. Come on, show. Right now they just look like pips. Maybe put it over here. There we go. Skull dice. So, They offered these skull dice in a couple different colors, and they also offered a couple other dice packs in different colors, but they did not have skulls. I wanted skulls, but I did not want pink skulls, so I got white. So what else can I nerd out over before I actually tell you about this game? Alright, let's go into the quality. Alright, so we got like that matte feel that's been on some of their more recent books, so they've definitely decided to upgrade their covers to a more enriching tactile experience. Good thickness, I like the feel, I like the art style going on here. And this, I believe, is done by either Stephen Hart's brother or son. I know it's a family member, but this is by Benjamin Hart instead of Stephen Hart. This also included a map, so let's look at the map, which could be, like in Xenos Genesis, you can use it as a poster. I don't know why you would, though, because the playmat is on the other side, and I have it upside down. The playmat is on the other side, so it's going to tell you where to lay out all your cards and, you know, how to play the game and make it neater and more board gamey. So, if you don't like that, you can have a poster of the cover. So, let us open this book before everyone goes away. So this is going to be very similar to Final Quest and Mythos Rising and Xenos Genesis. Well, not really Xenos Genesis, because that has a lot of game components. But Xylite, or Xylite, however you pronounce it, where you are going to have your books and gameplay rules all in here. And then, if you're not using the bespoke deck, you will use these cards that are in the back. And you can use this with a standard deck of cards. But why? When they already did it for you. And they have art. Like, come on. Buy the cards. But either way, if you don't want multiple decks of Grinning Frog cards on your bookshelf, then don't. So you can play with a regular deck of cards. You would just look up the card that you flipped out of your deck to see the correlation action going with that card. I think I've explained it well enough to you guys to figure that out. You know, you flip a card, you do what's on the card. If you have to look it up, look it up. We have a frequently asked questions section, which is always great. Also, the Grinning Frog will answer questions. Like if you are playing one of their games and you come across a problem and you can't figure it out, you can email them. They have, I believe, a help email. It's either going to be somewhere listed on the webpage or it's on the Kickstarter, but I know it's somewhere. And they will answer your questions. So we have a character sheet, which I will have to print out for my PDF version because I do not write on my books. And then we have a cheat sheet of helpful information. So this is all very similar to the other games. It's just going to be a different setting. Now, let's look at these. Also, this card box is very nice. Okay, empty. So I do like the color scheme they've definitely chosen to accent the game with. So we have here, oh, we got a different, oh, this is so cool. I like it that they did here. I like, this is definitely, what is this guy? Oh my gosh. It's Sir Knight Grinning Frog.
Ribbit.
That is a pretty cool picture. It's an advertisement card for Sinners 2, which is coming in 2026. Acts of Retribution. Which, of course, will be on my shelf. So, instead of just going with the plain backs of their previous cards, this one actually has separation. So we have events, jokers, in locations, and I'm really enjoying the art colors that we got going on here. I really like the color scheme. How many? We got in villains and we got prison cards. So, prison cards, event cards, in location, location cards, jokers, and villain cards. And I think yep, you go over there. This is an upgrade, and this is new. I really enjoy the, what do I want to call it? The evolution of the Grinning Frog games. they're not just copy paste of previous games. Like there's going to be different rules. There's going to be different setups. Like this is totally already, I can tell it's going to have a way different setup than Final Quest. So let's look at some of these. So these are enemies. Again, I'm not going to go through the setup of the game at this time. I'm pretty sure on their website they will tell you. I think they even have a YouTube channel now that's going over more information on their games. But I'm just going to show you pictures. Look, there's a doggy. There's a cat with a little hat on. And a cursed princess. So, these look like people you can encounter. What's the events look like? The events. Let's just pick one at random. Okay, the floor collapses under you. You're now in the dungeons. Replace the current location card with that one. If you have previously drawn the dungeons, you take 2 wounds and draw a different location card. Replace the current one with the new one, reshuffling the previous card into your location deck. That felt very Doom Pilgrim-like. But, so, the event cards all have the same background of the tower in a more darker, in like a river. So there's no special pictures on those. Like the bad guys all had different pictures. These have different pictures. These are in location. So we have the chapel, the locked stairway, and the communal garden. Let's see. There's only 3 of them, so let's see if I can show them off. If you feel like reading those, pause it. And then we have in villains. I'm not going to show the in villains because I don't want to spoil everything. But they look pretty gnarly. Let's see what jokers are. Jokers are like a different type of event, maybe? Because it says you reckon it was traveling. We'll just put those there. And location cards. So, I like the fact that they're showing like the rooms. And then there's some text. They're all black and white with some color accents. Yes, this is going to be very dungeon crawly. Looking forward to it. So that is the bespoke deck for Sinners. I think that's about all I have to say about it. If you're interested, go buy it. But wait, we have to rebox it, so here we go. Oh, it fit in the box. No lid lift. Amazing. Perfect. Anyway, if you like my video, like, subscribe, comment. Tell me if you're interested in the Grinning Frog and what your favorite genre of game is, video or tabletop. And I will see you in the next one.